You get 2 lights? Why would my software not be as good as... That's so confusing. Oh. Where are you going with that? Alright, hopefully the sound is good. Are we good? You can hear me? No. Shoot. Why is... I've got... The bar is moving. Okay, we got sound. Well, I'm not talking very loud yet. The microphone. Alright, let's crush some AWOL. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and we're still working on the Blue Pillow project again this week. I was trying really hard to have this done, but then I don't know if you saw, I just did a video on the another bag that I basically sunk a bunch of time into. Hang on a second. I'm not getting my chat thing. There we go. Minute craft, minute craft. I always say minute. It's minute. I gotta get used to that. Okay, so all right, doing alpha projects. That's way cool. That reminds me, I gotta do a show and tell here soon. I found an alpha project I did that I completely forgot about. I'm not even sure if I did a tutorial on it, but I made a chopstick holder that had a lot of alpha going on, so that was pretty neat. And for some odd reason I did not leave it here close to my desk today, which is unfortunate because that would have been fun. All right, so welcome. It's Saturday night and we're nodding, and we still have a secret word game here to be won. We came really close to having a winner last week, and then that fell apart. And yeah, so if you watched last week, you kind of know, you know, that was weird when one of the creators accidentally said the word. So we're still looking for a winner. We're still looking for somebody that likes bracelets to join us in chat. 8-ball not working? 8-ball should be. I reactivated it just a little bit before. So yeah, chat and win. That's the gist there. Right. And then, oh, so if you guys haven't seen, this is the bag that I made that's in the video I put out on Thursday, I guess it was. And we actually got that over in our shop already. So if you're wanting to actually have something that was made by me, there's your chance to get it. And yeah, I mean, when it comes to the bags, this is why I'm kind of been trying to make a few, is they are the things that seem to go quickly in the shop. Bracelets, not as much, but the bags go quick. So if you're interested in the bag, I would say go check that out. Hello, Anna. Welcome. So yeah, so hopefully, again, it was a big ask to finish this week. So hopefully by next week I can have it finished. That's possibly more realistic. So after this, the plan is I do have Mandy working on some kumis for the next project, which is another bag. It's I don't know how much of that I want to give away. I'll tell you what it is. It is a way to utilize all that leftover string. If you are like me and you cut in either quarters or in thirds, I do thirds. If you cut in thirds and you use 2 of those strands and you have 1 left over and you don't know what to do with it, this project is going to be all about how you can use up all that string all at once and end up with something really, really cool for it. So yeah, it's going to be a doozy. So something fun to look forward to. And I'm shooting that as a video. Like, I might do some of the actual grunt work, I guess you might call it, on the live streams. But like different segments where it's important to show like how getting the loops started and things like that. Those will all be filmed for a video, and that way there'll be more of a easier kind of tutorial thing. Because a lot of my live streams are like this, where we're just hanging out, we're chatting, we're doing, you know, whatever big project or whatever. A lot, basically more or less the grunt work, right? So but I'm going to try to get into doing some more videos, some more things that are like starting a project from beginning to end and making it sort of easier for people who are looking for some insight or looking for some encouragement to, or inspiration for that matter, to make projects like this. So yeah. And it's nice to see a bunch of people there. That's great. You guys are awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just saw rainbows there. Got Anna. Got Minute Craft. This is loving it. So yeah, this project here is 18 inches square, and this little area that you see on the screen, this is all that I have left. In fact, normally you wouldn't see the little shelf underneath my desk or whatever, because we'd have this thing centered better or whatever, but we're really coming down to the end of this project. Pretty excited about that. Gotta say, I'm really excited about that. Yeah, anybody who's here in Singapore knows that today has been just a day where the temperatures came down as a result of a lot of rain, and yeah, I'm been drinking more coffee today than normal just to try to keep myself awake. So yeah. Yeah, let's not get poor Minute Craft too distracted. I'd hate for her to have to undo a bunch of knots because she got excited about conversation and stuff. Wow, a bee bracelet, very cool. Is that like an alpha bracelet, I'm guessing then? Or is it just... I'm guessing that has to be alpha. I love it. I'm actually getting excited about the whole chat thing going on here. That's awesome. Did Anna say where she's from? Portugal. Portugal. Oh, very cool. Is that the one that's by Spain? How's that for me getting bigger brain there? So Anna, are you like new to this channel? I don't remember the name. Maybe like so. Yeah, some of these strings here are still a little long from having just been replaced, and a couple of them are rather short. The light blue is kind of long. Oh, there you go. Okay, so you know about the whole secret word game, and if I asked you where I was from, would you know that one? The holidays are coming, man. I'm just. Uh, oh, the secret word game is easy. If you just say the right word, you stand a chance to win. That's all it is. It's if you happen to chat the right thing, and then my tattoo here might be a little bit of a hint, but maybe not. I mean, from Portugal, that might be a hard one. But yeah, I'm trying really hard to have a winner here tonight. It's the secret word game is you get these 2 bracelets sent to you just by saying the right word. Oh, and rainbow. I have decided that. So you had pointed out the fact that I found a pin with artwork from somebody that you actually knew who the actual artist was. I have a T-shirt that I absolutely love. That is a quote from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That was done by an artist and basically stolen and ended up on a T-shirt shop in Thailand. And so yeah, the artwork was stolen, but it's one of my favorite shirts. Yeah, you don't, Anna, you don't have to do the whole dictionary. You might find the answer to that question I gave you earlier if you check out akaawol.com. I think there's some information in the About Me portion that might help you to actually find that word. If you haven't noticed, I'm really trying hard to help you here. So, yeah, I think the answer where I'm from is actually over there. So yeah, Rainbow, my new goal in life is to be so creative that somebody in China wants to copy my work and produce it for whatever way or reason. I know that it seems like such a terrible thing. Like you make something that should be your own and whatever, but yeah, that's just the notion that to me is you made it somewhere. When somebody's like gonna go ahead and mass produce your thought or your idea, your art, I think that's just like, yeah. That's new goal in life. I'll probably be mad. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm sure that that person who came up with the thing. But if that person was just doing it as like a cross stitch and didn't think about making pins, you know, is it so bad that somebody else was like, hey, that would make a cool something else? I don't know. Yeah, I get the whole artists should have their whatever. So, okay, early on, I refused to join Instagram because one of the things that Instagram actually says on there is that they're not liable if somebody takes your artwork and uses it for anything else. Now, at the time, I was only going to be like putting pictures of myself on there, and I was afraid it was going to end up like the episode of Friends where Joey was the poster boy for STDs or whatever, right? So that's how I envisioned it. What it turned out to really be is people who post on Instagram their artwork, their creative writings, their whatever, those are what get taken up and turned into t-shirts, get turned into whatever. And Instagram has pretty much facilitated it through this whole they're not responsible thing and allows for all this to happen. So if the artist doesn't want their stuff copied or whatever, then they can't share it on a site that openly makes that possible. If it's taken, you have a copywritten whatever on your web page, and that's the only place that you are sharing it, then I'm sure you would have some kind of legal standings. But as soon as you put it onto Instagram, it becomes fair game, and that's the loophole I'm sure that they're using. So the artist has to like weigh the options. Do I take a chance and show it off on Instagram and get a lot of people to notice it and potentially have it ripped off, or do I go the slow route? Because even my webpage, as much as I try to send people that way, it doesn't get the same kind of traction that Instagram gets. It just isn't. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of people, or even early on, like Instagram was a place of trying to promote stuff like that. I'm sure that like it was whatever, but yeah, it is part of the loophole in the whole system that allows people to steal each other's works, and it is what it is. But like I said, for me, you gotta have done something pretty good to get China to want to make your idea into something dope. Like those pins, that was cool, and that's a lot of work to get the machines to do that. So, that's a pretty healthy investment on their part, thinking that they're going to turn that into something. You've got to impress some pretty powerful people to make that happen. Mind you, there's a fair number of times where the people who think that they have a great idea backfires because it was either a joke or because they don't understand English. I just saw a coffee mug that said don't happy, be worry. So, I'm low key kind of want that mug, by the way. Yeah, that's honestly low key kind of want that one too. I think it actually said, "I'm sorry, I know habla factardo." There's like an I'm sorry I had that. Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah, every once in a while they'll get it wrong. But yeah, the shirt I have, I had no idea it was another artist's work when I bought it. Like when I was in Thailand, I just saw something that was really cool, that in the changes in the fonts and stuff, to be able to say the life moves pretty quick, and if you don't stop, you might miss it. If you don't stop and look around, you might miss it. So yeah, it just was in this really fascinating whatever. And then later I saw it somewhere else, and then it was attributed to this artist, and I was just like, oh, well, that makes sense. I don't know what the artist had originally done with it other than to post it on Instagram. So the fact that somebody picked it up as a t-shirt, you know, like, kind of leads me to wonder, like, did the original artist think to make t-shirts? I don't know. If they missed the marketing opportunity and somebody else took it up on it, then I don't know. I know that is upsetting to some people. I know that that's a thorn in Rainbow Haze's side, but it's a fact that people do this kind of stuff. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff out there. Like I have a list of products all liked inside of AliExpress, waiting for AliExpress to show me when the knockoff comes, because there's just no way that I'm going to pay the original's price. It's not possible. A fidget toy that's $350, I'm not doing it. You know, they're not. That's crazy. I like that one. So anyways, yeah. Yeah, so China starts making my little miniature bags or whatever. Like if I see this made in China, I'm definitely gonna be like passing that around. I'll share. I'll be like, heck yeah, that's cool. Oh, I forgot to turn the music on. Hang on. Slightly better. Okay. Yeah, you can plug in the light. Hang on, we're gonna give Mandy some light here. There we go. Looks better. I was wondering why it looked like she was in a dark little corner. Yeah, I think, to be honest, I've tried, like you might know, like I have a whole thing about, you know, pretty good at engineering or whatever. I don't think you can actually make our knots with a machine. The way that the string has to come up and through, I don't think it's actually physically possible. They can make our designs through weaving. In fact, one of the bracelets I was like really super proud of was I took a design from somebody who was weaving and turned it into knots. So that would be like kind of the only way that it could really be done. And I know for a fact that because these are knots, if it gets severed, that it doesn't fray out the way that a weave does. So yeah, I don't think machines will ever technically make exactly what we make. And there's a certain element that of just how human our work is. Like this bag has some ripples in its fabric because the consistency isn't perfect. You know, no matter how much I may have tried, it's not exact. And that kind of stuff is what really keeps it human. So I think there's kind of value in that. But again, I wouldn't be doing this size project, unless I was like commissioned ahead of time, and they would have to put down a pretty reasonable chunk of change before I'd even start on something like this, because yeah, this would be worth a lot. That's great. But there's a lot of jobs, I'm sure, that get animated that if you want the better version, you take the hand version, like handbags. I'm sure that if you go to the mall and you see a handbag that's $10, the majority of that was either done in a sweatshop or by a machine, right? Then when you want the good one, you want the Louis Vuitton or you want the Hermes or whatever, you pay a premium for it. So like that's what our work should be. Like there are some cheap little single bead on a piece of leather that you can, tie around your wrist, which, to me, I'm not doing that. I want cool bracelets. I want, something that means something to me on my wrist. So that's the premium. There's like a whole string of things that 8-Ball is supposed to respond to. Like it can even, the bot. Hang on, let me go find out what the things are. 8-Ball, right there. So you can spell out 8, EIGHTBALL. It should respond to that. It should respond to 69-Ball, 420-Ball, 8-Ball without the exclamation. Why is there 8-Ball written 3 times the same way? Or 2? Oh, 3 times, right? That just me? That's really weird. Should I take out the other 2? Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, Facebook thing's working. What? That's so weird. It still wants the thing. That is so weird because it's got 4 aliases. Man. At least it's working again. The fact that it had an alias of 420 ball is hilarious. That just goes to show you that Stream Elements is like, yeah, we know. Right. It's the more chilled version. Oh no, the 69 one. No, I thought you said 420. Thought you'd have gone for the 420 reference. 69 ball? Maybe that's more. I don't know what. Yeah, Kevin's over here trying to do knots and stuff. His sources. Is he referring to his source code? Yeah, so besides making a video this week, there's been a lot of work around the house and stuff. We've been taking the time to try to get stuff fixed up. Also, did any of you guys happen to see my short impromptu live stream that was what, Wednesday or Thursday? I did a live stream during the regular part of the day, I guess. I wanted to get to where I'd be working on the base of the bag, and I needed the oomph that live stream gives to help me motivate and stick to the knotting, because for some odd reason, as soon as the camera starts rolling, I keep doing row after row after row. I don't know what it is. I can't seem to find that kind of motivation without the camera, so. More. Yeah. Something like that. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, kinda. Yeah. Maybe I just like to hear my own voice. Possibility. Right. So there's this thing that I recently heard about when it comes to the ADHD about we can't do anything productive if we are overwhelmed, right? That's pretty much true with everybody. but ADHD also has the problem of they can't seem to find the focus if they're underwhelmed, right? So if it's not enough stimulus to their brain, then they find trouble getting started or working on a project. So by including listening to the music, talking to you guys, trying to think of things to say, and doing the knots, there's just enough things going on that keeps all of my brain engaged and keeps me motivated to keep going. Besides, like, I've got the camera going. I don't want to hit the be right back button and have the robot thing there. You know, if I go run off to get a drink, or like, because I did actually kind of think about running off and go getting myself a Pepsi, because I would really like to have a Pepsi. But, you know, the camera's rolling and kind of feel obligated to sit here. You can see Mandy's looking my way like, are you hinting? So we had to turn off the Mandy cam there for a second. She's going to get me a Pepsi. Mind you, don't shake the can. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna pop this thing right in my face. I like the, I don't know if they call it Diet Pepsi. They just Black Pepsi? Pepsi Black, wife says. It just says Pepsi on it. Doesn't say black anywhere. It just has black can. But that's my preferred one, unless Coca-Cola wants to sponsor my videos. And then let's talk. Wait, I don't know. I can't even say why I like the Pepsi a little bit better, but yeah, it's just because they're both really close. They're both just a nice acidic drink that kind of, you know, wipes out whatever's in your mouth, makes it, you know, feel nice and clean. Yeah, Mandy's not really big into the whole carbonated beverages. Man, these long rows. When you get done doing all the little squares and you have this one really long row, it really just feels forever. Yeah, Coke Zero is... okay, so basically, I'll take whichever one is on sale, because I'm not overly picky when it comes to the Coke Zero or the Pepsi Black, or Black Pepsi. But if given the choice of the two, I think I'd just take the Pepsi. And I can't even say definitively why. Like, it could be just marketing at some point. I don't know. I mean, I'm not an overly fussy guy. So I think this makes 3 rows I've done today, which isn't bad, to be honest. In my mind, that's not bad at all. That's a pretty decent amount of progress. Basically, if I was doing smaller bracelets or whatever, that's at least 2 bracelets, which is typically what I would consider a pretty good day. Mind you, I would have exceptional days, but this is still a pretty good day. Yeah. So maybe there is something to the Pepsi. I don't know. It's... It kind of... You know what's funny? Is... And I don't know if it's true or not, but the ingredients that make Pepsi and Coke, the flavor kind of reminds me a little bit of that gin something. What's it called? The stuff that you take because the air is bad and you want to get phlegm out and stuff. I get a bottle in the kitchen. Gin something. Gin. Yeah. It's thick syrup. Is it? I thought it says gin something on the packaging. Okay, what is it called? You have to type it in because no way I'm gonna be able to say that. For the life of me, I thought there was something else in the title of it. But yeah, that stuff, that syrupy stuff, kind of reminds me of like the cola drinks. I don't know what's in it. It might be this common denominator in it all, like molasses or something. Yeah, I don't think the if a beverage has sugar versus fructose, I don't think there's actually any real difference. It's just 2 different... Oh, that, right, okay, because Coke did a thing for a little while where they were like, we're using real sugar for like sugarcane sugar or some shit. Like there was like a whole big production made for a little bit, and it's like, it doesn't matter which kind of sugar you use, it's still bad. But yeah. Ew. What's a loquat?
Remember the little things that I made into the peach cobbler?
Oh. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more rows longer rows, and then it gets smaller. So, yeah, not bad. Stone fruit, not to be confused with stoner fruit. Sorry, Rainbow. Had to say it. I have never seen a clear Pepsi. There was a clear tea and coffee drinks here, which seemed really weird. It's supposed to taste like a tea or taste like a coffee, but it was all clear. And I was just like, too many chemicals. Like, that's just gotta be weird, right? Clear lemon Pepsi. Stone fruit, huh? That kind of rocks. uh, I missed Anna saying something. What? Where? Can you imagine working in a laboratory and, like, you know, you went to science school and you learned all these different things, and the director comes to you with the idea that they want to take a normal dark beverage and they want to have all the same flavor and all the whatever, but they want you to take all of the coloring out of it, like turn it as clear as a glass of water. Like, I don't know. I mean, it just seems sometimes just because you can doesn't sound like maybe you should. Sounds like a bad idea. I don't know. Oh, hun, as soon as I start getting like slightly sleep deprived, I crack jokes all the time. We're here at the doctor's office, so there's the doctor, Dr. Lee and a Dr. Lowe, and I told Mandy that they should hire somebody strictly to do sutures, and she's like, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because then they could be Lilo and Stitch." Sleep deprivation. Emphasis on derp. And this is why we have a Mandy cam. Just imagine all those hours, all that we spend, you know, doing these videos and stuff with Mandy cracking up or eye rolling or all the other things that were missed because we simply just did not have a Mandy cam. So yeah, let me just throw in there, thank you to my Patreon supporters for helping do things like getting a Mandy cam, because basically I don't make a whole lot of money with the bracelets and still not making a dime from YouTube yet. So yeah, you guys help make that right there possible. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Yeah, I was shocked when she actually shared it, because like literally on any given day there's probably 8 of those kind of jokes being made just to see if I can get a response out of her, and like once a month maybe she'll actually post it to the social media. So yeah, I was kind of shocked when she shared that one. Like, I'm not even sure what the trigger is to actually get my jokes that I've shared with her, like, to be, you know, shared on the webs. I don't know, because there are some doozies. There's some right. Those are my favorites. I suddenly started picturing like the whole wax on, wax off thing. So like try to get the eyes to go this way. Or Kung Fu Strong. Oh, did you guys notice that the subscribe button on YouTube has changed? It's no longer that little red thing or whatever. Like, that's so weird. It's now black, and like, if you're subscribed, then it turns gray or whatever. Like, that's... I don't know if I like it. Oh, thank you, Trish. I don't know if you're actually watching now, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's the thing that the bot that actually lets me know that somebody just subscribed does not tell me whether or not they're actually in the actual live stream. They could be watching a video. They could be watching the video of the bag I made, and the bot can't actually differentiate. So yeah, that's eh. For 3 weeks, yeah, mine's been maybe. I may have noticed it not quite a week ago, but yeah. The big question is, do I want to go to the trouble of redoing the bots that these little guys when it comes to the whole subscribe thing? Because that was painful to make, man. That was not fun. Oh, and I got a new one. Oh, I got an interesting question just in case you guys know anything about it. We were at Ikea yesterday picking up some shelves and things with to go with the whole renovation that's going on around here. And I saw something that goes under your desk to put your feet on. I did turn on the music. Can you not hear it? It is a little quiet. I can turn it up. So anyways, it's at an angle so that way your feet rest. I don't know how to describe that. Anyways, yeah, it's basically a footrest that's meant to go underneath your desk. It's supposed to help improve ergonomics or whatever. I'm just wondering if any of you guys have tried this, and is it legitimately a thing, or is it more or less a gimmick? Because I can't say for sure. Never tried it. I kind of wanted to try it. Like ooh, that seems smart. Yeah, maybe it was down kind of a lot, so I brought it up just a little bit. So similar but wider. It's meant to put both feet on. Okay, Anna, take care. Watch last week's and then maybe you can see what you can do for next week's. All right. So yeah, watch last week's video. You'll see we made a big hoopla over the whole thing. It's gonna kill me if the secret word game goes all the way to the end of the year. Like, but yeah, so this footrest thing, it's about 30 cm, give or take, 30 cm wide. It tilts at an angle, and it's got, is it plastic or rubber? I don't know, some kind of like a hard surface that's sort of ribbed for your feet to rest onto. With like rubber, it's got some chrome little legs to it with little rubber feet on it so it doesn't slide on the floor. What, last week's? Yeah, it was hilarious. Like, oh my god. I was dying over here. Right. So yeah, so it's not like, yeah, the hairstylists have it, the other place have it. So one of the big things that like tends to like really have me as a mess when I go to get up is sometimes I'll tuck my legs behind me, and I know that's kind of like a bad habit. So yeah, that's, I don't know if this footrest thing will actually help me to like whatever, to like break that habit and then pick up a new thing or whatever. I don't know. It just, yeah, so I don't only have problems with autocorrect. One of my biggies is my keyboard that I have doesn't pick up the letters. There's no click to it. So I'll be happily typing away, and if I look up and I don't see an underline, then I assume I've done everything right. And occasionally I've dropped a letter, but it's still a word. And it really screws me up because it just, I might have tried to say not and it comes out no. And I don't proofread well enough to realize that I've done it wrong, so it looks like I speak broken English. Yeah. I think if I want to put my feet up on top of something, I think I'm going to have to raise the desk a little bit. Because have you seen the size of these boats? Isn't saying itsy bitsy minute craft like kind of overemphasizing the whole tiny part? Like that seems right. Hey, just string things. Hello. Welcome. So with a title like that, I'm guessing just string things make stuffs. That's cool. I'm making something big. This is a pillow, by the way, if you're new to the live stream thing. I'm hoping to get this one finished this week. I don't know if that's gonna... Even if I don't finish it, I'll probably end up working on something else next weekend, so we'll see. Find out what it is later. Depends on how many projects I can get started. Nice. So anyway, secret word game still running. Let's throw that out there. It's 2 bracelets. Like, I can't believe that people aren't like just chatting obsessively to try to figure out what that word was. And no, yeah, I don't expect people to use the dictionary. In fact, I don't think it would turn up, right? Would it turn up? Fine. Yeah, so, okay. That was funny. See, Minute Craft is actually one of the people who actually made one of those bracelets. So the fact that she said that word, she made a mess of things, and we didn't know what to do. And we couldn't find anybody else to say the word because we were waiting, you know, we're kind of hoping that that was going to be it, done and over. And then nobody was around. I have no idea what the heck happened. It was just suddenly like, yeah, crickets. There you go. There you go. We have a winner. We have an actual person who wasn't an contributor. Let's... Wow. Yay. Okay. Oh, that's so good. Yes. we just spent like the last, I don't know, 30 minutes or something trying to convince the other person, like, do you know where I'm from? You know, just anything, you know, like, you can find that information over on akaawol.com. Yeah, didn't land it. So yes, no more fears of it continuing. Well, there'll be a new bracelet. I plan on trying to get something else into the winning thing. It's just been so long on this one. So yes, It worked. Oh my goodness, I am so thrilled. Congratulations, by the way. Well-deserved win. This is awesome. Out of curiosity, where am I mailing this to? Where in the world do you reside? Yeah, I need new graphic works for the next one and stuff. Yeah, maybe a new game. That's no kidding. Oh my god. Right? Oh, LA. Alright, right on. Yeah, this has got to be a brilliant way to start your day. Two bracelets for yourself, or perhaps stocking stuffers, because we're kind of heading into that sort of season. California was high. That's awesome. Yeah, we were just talking about how hilarious it was when Minute Craft went and said the word, because I was baiting, trying to get people to talk about Detroit, like, oh, you know, it's the time zones and whatever, and not for a moment did I honestly think that I honestly, because you know, when it comes to these kind of collaborations, it would be normal for me to say, don't say this word. Yeah, somehow I've missed that one, and never in my mind did I picture her saying Detroit. Like, hey, that's the same time. Detroit has the same time zone as Toronto. Like, oh my god, I about died. It was so funny. Tomato juice. I'm out of tomato juice. I want more tomato juice. Because tomato juice and vodka is very nice. Ah. Straight tequila is better? You know what? I don't think I've ever drank straight tequila before in my life. I did, however, go through a phase in my early 20s where I didn't know a whole lot of drinks and I wanted to sound cool at the bar and not drink beer. So I had tequila sunrises. And those things rock. I'd go for one of those right now. I could go in a night. I could go out to the bar and drink about 3 of those, and be pretty fairly lit. And yeah, it was cheaper than sucking down beer after beer. Yeah, secret word game was won with the word was Detroit. Go figure. Yeah. To be honest, I actually have no idea what's in a tequila sunrise. I just, again, it was one of those try it and what? Oh, tequila, orange juice, and grenadine. What's grenadine? Is it liquor? No, it's just sweet. It's a syrup. Oh. Well, okay, so then later on I discovered Long Island iced teas. Those are like 5 different forms of clear liquor that make, and then there's just a little dash of Coca-Cola to give a tea color to it. So yeah. But yeah, after being able to produce a video this week, I decided to kind of maybe try to work on the format of being able to do some video shooting periodically with the grunt work being done on the live streams. So I'm not exactly sure how that's actually going to work out, but we'll figure it out here. Yeah, kind of got plenty of that already, so I'm, a good scotch will kind of get you there too. I like me a scotch. Actually, if you're really trying to sell me on the tequila thing, don't tell me to put hair on my chest. Tell me to put hair on my head. Then I might be really intrigued. My chest, I'm good. I got plenty. I may have too much. Head, that could be. Isn't it kind of early? Just strings, just a tad early to start the your weekend with well, you know what? Some of my favorite weekends when I didn't have any responsibilities was to mix Baileys with my coffee, which the coffee helped keep me awake, but the Baileys took all initiative right out. Like suddenly it was like, nope, I don't need to take a shower. I'll take a nice relaxing bath. And like the whole day would be ruined, but ruined in a really nice kind of way. Yeah, cigar and scotch. That's not a bad vibe. I kind of want to get one of those ice cube trays that do the whole round ball for scotch. I have the granite ice cubes, like they're actual stones that you put in the freezer, but they don't stay cold very long. Yeah, it's 11:30 at night here. Like it's totally would be appropriate to drink. This one over here thinks she's so funny. So, I guess I'll tell the story. I do not believe in ghosts. I have never believed in ghosts. I think people who believe in ghosts saw something and, you know, whatever. It's probably some kind of explanation for it. But about 11 years ago, I went on holiday with my wife, and it was late in the evening. We're down at the beach, and it's the most relaxing thing. There's like a full moon out, and there's a little hammock fairly close to the water, like, you know, at high tide, I'm sure that it comes up pretty close to it. And I light a cigar, and it's a still night. Like, there is no breeze, there's no whatever. The only light out there is a floodlight that's way down the beach. And I'm just enjoying the cigar. And all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I catch a glimpse of something that looks like the silhouette of a woman. And it was just for a moment, and I freak. Like, what the fuck is that? Is there somebody down there? And I don't see anybody. I don't see what's going on. And I'm now freaking out. Like, I just saw something that looked like a woman down there, and there's nobody there. What the fuck could this be? And Mandy's like, I don't know. I'm like, it can't be like a ghost. I mean, it was there. I saw it clear as day, and there's nothing there. There's nobody around, and I'm completely puzzled. Look at her. She's totally dying, right? So I start to calm down. I'm like, all right, that's just fucked up. I have no idea. And now I'm like kind of on edge, and I'm watching down the beach, and I'm whatever. She's like, just relax, whatever, let it go. Okay. I take a couple more puffs off the cigar, and it takes about 45 seconds to a minute for that cloud of smoke to make it down to where the floodlight is. And it's the floodlight and my own cigar smoke that gave me the whole notion that there were ghosts. So she thinks that's hilarious. That's why she said cigars come with spirits. That was her joke. Yeah, freaked me out. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, for half a second there, I was about ready to start believing in ghosts myself. I saw it. But then to just discover that it was just me tormenting myself, yeah, that seemed legit. Yeah, I'm not even sure if there was a whole lot of chances to do alcohol at that place, because it's part of Indonesia. So yeah. Yeah, the fact that I caught a glimpse of a figurine type thing, just, mind you, it took so long for the smoke to go from where I was to where the light was. The breeze was ever so gentle, like there was almost no wind at all. And you know, one little cloud starts to stretch out and do whatever by the time it made it down the beach. Yeah, it was weird. Like, for all the conditions to line up perfectly just to make me freak out. Yeah. That was our first holiday, right? Me trying to... Back in the... When I first got here to Singapore, I had to periodically leave the country for, you know, a couple days in order to renew the stamps and stuff on the passport. So that was a little trip to Indonesia, our first little getaway. Our second getaway was Malaysia. That was fun. Yeah, Desiree. Went by bus with a bus driver that was scaring the shit out of me for going like... We are probably doing 70 miles an hour in a great big ass bus on little tiny side roads. Like, I was terrified. Like, I'm sure this guy's just used to driving, this is normal for him, but man. Yeah, I have relatives in England who have a pub who swear that there are ghosts that have slapped people on the butt and done all kinds of various things at closing time when there's nobody else around, and they swear that there are ghosts. But I've been there. I stayed the night because their house is basically above the pub, and no, nothing happened. No incidences. I think people just, I don't know, not buying it. No, I think that's, if there was a ghost, that's exactly who they'd want as frightened.
No.
People who don't believe in it, because then I'd be way more freaked out than a person who believes.
No, because you don't believe it, you're right. Like the answer. What happened? There's no fun.
If there's no...
Nobody's running screaming. What's the fun of that? What's the fun of scaring somebody? They don't jump.
I don't know. Yeah, they just don't like me. Mandy says it's because they won't jump, you know, or I won't jump if they try it. I would rationalize it too much. But if I can rationalize it, then it's not a ghost. Oh, I just realized that Just String Things, the easy way of getting a hold of me might be just to hit me up through my Instagram. It's aka AWOL over there. Cause I just realized like YouTube doesn't really have anything, and I'm not sure my email shows up on here. So yeah, Instagram for the win. Dude, those were just those weren't ghosts, those were crackheads. Oh, right. Zombies. I kind of feel like we're getting to that part of the evening where somebody starts talking about food and I start worrying about whether or not there's something to snack on before going to bed. It's about 11:30 here. Yeah, kinda got those thoughts going, like, Did you plan anything? Yeah, there's got to be a lot more dead people than there are living people, right? The ratio there has got to be a lot more dead than there are living, right? All the people that came before you, yeah. So, if there were ghosts, they would there'd be way more of them than there are of us, right? So the fact that I've spent 55 years and never seen one really helps my whole skepticism, right? Because there's a lot more dead people. Even just in my own family, there's a lot of dead people. Depending on how far, if a ghost sticks around forever, right, then how many, or maybe they only last so many generations. Like, I don't know. Yeah. A boiled Coke? Why would they boil it? Are they... So they serve it warm? That sounds really weird, but I kind of want to try it. Is there a good Hong Kong cafe in Yishun? Not including the one at North Point. But is they still there? The one that gave me food poisoning.
I didn't see it. The one that the old mom.
Right.
I used to one.
I kind of feel like that the way they figured out to boil Coke was that they were trying to take the scales out of the coffee pot. You know how you get that kind of dried on crusty stuff? Like if you pour Coca-Cola in there and then boil it, I'm pretty sure that pot's going to come out clean. Yeah. The Coca-Cola. Wow. What, Mormons aren't allowed to have a dark colored drink? I'm confused why. They made like a clear coffee and a clear tea over here. That was weird. We had the purple Coke. That was interesting and weird. Yeah. But if you think about it, maybe people mop the floors, so then if you're going to go with the whole cleaning thing, then you can't drink water either. Right? It's typically it's one or the other. Either it's going to be delicious or hell no. And until you try it. I did the Coca-Cola with the orange flavor. That was pretty good. That was one of those ones where I took a big chance because they only sold it in like a 24 pack. But it turned out that it was pretty good. Yeah, I don't know about Rainbow Coke. What was the purple can? That really bizarre universe thing, or what was? There was a Coke kind of recent that was weird. No, they made a Coke that tastes like a rainbow, not a rainbow that tastes. Starlight, yeah, Starlight Coke. That was interesting. That was really, like, I could not identify what that was meant to taste like, but yeah. Space flavor, yeah, maybe. It was definitely different. It was weird. I don't know. Starlight, yeah, that was it. Yeah, it was. The can was pretty. The taste was weird because yeah, you just couldn't identify it. Like there was no, yeah, like that was the closest. That's what I thought it might have been, you know, but I don't know. Man, I can't even remember the last time I did a Slurpee. That's yeah. To be honest, I don't even know if the 7-Eleven's happening. Yeah. We just kind of grazed right past that, and some partners than others. My wife tells me that we're trying to we try to adult. We, as in both of us. Has she met me? I don't adult much. I'm not good at adult. Hey, but hey, I know to say get the big car. Mandy almost booked us a ride with any old car that would come along as we're leaving Ikea with a cart packed full of like shells and all these other things. Like, whoops. Whoopsie doodles. That almost went really, really badly. Yeah, part of our shopping experience was jaded because there's an app that you can put all the things in the cart, you know? And we were like, because we were debating on just having them ship it to the house. But then they told us to have things delivered to the house is $70. We're like, oh, we could rent a big vehicle, or get a big vehicle to take us home for a lot less than that. So rather than going back to the store and picking out all the things that we had in the app, we just continued on our merry, happy little way and left a whole bunch of things, including the footrest thing, we left at the store. Whoops. So yeah, that's you're not the only person to ask me that. How I cannot for so long with it, whatever. Partly is I have a decent chair with good lumbar support. My work is sitting on an easel, so like that kind of helps out a lot. I've been doing this for 30 plus years, so part of me is just like adapted, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I'm kind of, to be honest, I'm not sore. I am getting kind of tired though. I'll be honest. It's been fighting all day with wanting to take a nap. My meds won't allow it, but my body still did. Oh yeah, that was hilarious. Somebody, like, while we were down there waiting for our ride to come along, there was a guy in a Beamer who suddenly, like, dawned on him that his wife and kids weren't going to fit in the vehicle if he had the seats down, and even if he put the back seat down to extend from through the trunk, it wasn't going to fit one of his things. So he called somebody, you know, after, like, they ended up sitting around there for a while. They ended up having to call somebody. But it was hilarious. Like, you do all that shopping and then you realize, oh, that won't fit in my car? Like, bro, why were you not thinking about that long before you get to where you're out there in the back, you know, where the loading area is? Crazy. Yeah, my meds are microdoses of crank crystal meth. It's, I don't know how many, I do 20 milligrams? Yeah, I do 20 milligrams of meth. Wait, twice a day? I do 40 milligrams of meth a day, 2 times a day. And the weird thing is, instead of hyping me up, there's no eye of the tiger. It sort of mellows me out, which is weird. It's kind of hard to explain it. It's sort of chill. So yeah, if I can finish this pillow this week and get this over to my seamstress, that would be awesome. Mind you, I've already done 5 rows and this will be the 6th today, which means if I could have as productive a day tomorrow as I've had today, I could have this thing done easily within, you know, like on Monday or something. However, when you have ADHD, you can't think like that because some days are just good and some days not as good. Oh my god. Hanging out a window? That's... I once tried to tie a mattress to a top of a car. That didn't turn out so good. We were driving along, our buddy was following behind us, you know, in case anything went wrong. We got going just a little too fast. The mattress came off and landed on the road directly behind us. My friend's front tires hit onto it and he hit the brakes, but because his front tires were essentially sitting on a ski, the whole mattress slid and his car was not stopping very well. So he's kind of just power slid on. Yeah, that was it. That was the end of that mattress. And we weren't going fast. We were only doing, you know, 15, 20 miles an hour, something like that. I don't know, really slow. Still ruined it. I bet you it was guys. I bet you this, your canvas thing, I bet you it was guys. And this is more evidence of why women live longer. Guys just do stupid stuff. That's a fact. Yeah. We saw in Desiree, well, on our way to Desiree, we saw boys on, it's a pretty empty-ish road. There's very few cars and it's a very long road. But they were trying to see how fast they could get their little, you know, 125cc motorcycles up to. So they were stretched out on the motorcycle in a Superman pose, if you can imagine that. Like, their belly is on the seat of the motorcycle, legs way out behind them. And all I could think of is if somebody pulls out and they need to stop in a hurry, they're done for. Like, that's just no. Yeah, OSHA was made for the men, yes. I would not be surprised if the leader of OSHA was a group of women saying, you know what, we need to save them from themselves. So who else took advantage of the 11/11 sales? I just realized that's something that just passed us. At Phil, I'm wondering, does America do 11/11 sales, or is that just over here in Asia? Because over here, it's like the biggest shopping sale, short of like, no, I think it's even bigger than Christmas, right? It really, it's like, it's, yeah, it's like a sale that like you know, buy your stuff online now in time. You know, you can buy all your Christmas shopping ahead of time, you know, and everything will be there in time for you to have it wrapped up and giving it away or whatever. It's like, it's a brilliant whatever. It gets you in debt before you can like do any other additional Christmas shopping somewhere else. So yeah. I think OSHA is filled more with you were gonna do what? Yeah, so 11/11 over here is pretty popular. It's a pretty big thing. Rainbow, if you want to still take advantage, I think AliExpress extends the 11/11 for just a bit longer. So like I think it's they turned it into like a 3-day event. So you might, if you want to like say pick up a bunch of floss or do something cool, you might be able to still swing it. I'm not sure, but you could try. Yeah, veterans. What did I miss? What did Minute Express say? What were you responding to? You did it at my new friend. It's like lunch place. What did she say? I don't get it. I didn't get it.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay.
God damn it. Oh. Okay, so I was on something called Top Chat as opposed to All Live Chat, which is so stupid, but okay. So, yeah, don't cut yourself with scissors. That's like more important than not getting your strings in a bunch, honestly. What is paprika? Pepero? Ooh. Yeah, 11/11 is apparently Singles Day in China. And they turned it into you're single, whatever, so like, since there's nobody gonna complain about your shopping, let's celebrate that being single, and you can go buy a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah. And then it turned into a whole, kind of like how America has the Black Friday. This turned into that kind of version of Christmas shopping because online shopping can take so long for things to get there. So this became kind of the pre-Black Friday thing, and every major reseller here in Singapore takes advantage of it, and like the ads are ridiculous. Like I swear to God, there are more ads for 11/11 than there is anything around the Christmas season. So it's kind of a big thing. Yeah, that's America's Singles Day. Well, actually, I think Phil celebrates Singles Day every day. Ooh. Yeah, we just had it was Korean fried chicken, right? Yeah, we just had Korean fried chicken the other night. Not bad. No, yeah.
This one had just had the fried food.
And the fried Korean ramen. Yeah. I think my wife too sees these things on the shows, and yeah. Yeah, I was hinting about the food like more than a half hour ago. So yeah. Gring? Fries and gring? You're not poking in an app to find food?
What's the deal?
Just a tasty. Grind makes sense. Green, not so much. Speaking of touchscreen, maybe you can answer this one for me. If you've got a touchscreen laptop but want to be able to hook it up to like a touchscreen monitor, is it all handled through the HDMI cable, or do you also have to run like a micro USB or whatever, the USB-C thing? Because I was picturing the way my wife's got her office getting set up. If we could get her a bigger touchscreen monitor, it'd be kind of dope to be able to like put her computer in like a docking center, so that way she could, have a bigger real estate for a screen to look at.
Sounds good.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Can. Egg onion or egg onion cheese, that kind of thing. Now, I think we need to send Phil a mixture of yeast and shoe polish. Then he can rise and shine. I thought I'd get a little more eye roll than that, but I know I've tasted her with finding food. We are now going to have products, so yay. Yeah, I think who's our Prism? Is it, yeah. Yeah, I think Prism has a monitor that's actually a touch monitor. I just don't know cable wise or whatever what it needs to make that thing function. Dude, have you seen the big project? Over 1.5 meters wide, 9 months of knotting project? Dude, I am all about the flex. Well, yeah. That project was mad flex. Hell, this is 18 by 18 inch. This is seriously mad flex. So it is USB that carries the signal. Gotcha. Right. Yeah, I was just picturing like if we could make her workspace just a little more advanced. I mean, she seems to be pretty happy with the laptop, but I don't know. Hey, that's rad. Good for you. Two bracelets are definitely an accomplishment. Like that's cool. It's the difficult part is, and I've been asked many times, requested how to get, can they have a pattern for a tube bracelet, and I'm like, literally making a 3D object in, you know, on a 2D means there you can't do it. It doesn't. There's no way I can draw out a pattern to explain how the tube works. You have to, if you can make a double wide bracelet, you're halfway there. But other than that, there's nothing you can do to make it a tube. So yeah. It was good hanging out with you too, Rainbow. Glad you got to stay with us for so long. It is getting kind of late. I'm kind of shocked that I'm still driving away at this, to be honest. It's one of those, it's going so good, why would you stop? But yeah. Phil, don't take all her fun away. Shooting potato guns, that's yeah, potato cannons are a heck of a lot of fun. Well, guys, so this one down here I finished earlier before I even started the recording, and we just did 5 more. That seems like a lot. It feels like a lot. Hang on, let me grab my TV. So yeah, like I said, if I can have another good day like this, I will actually get a this thing finished, because there's what, 5 more rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before they start getting smaller. So yeah, this is pretty halfway decent. So I think we're gonna call it a night here. So before I go, once again, I'd like to thank my Patreon supporters for helping to make this channel happen. Seriously, I couldn't do it without you guys. I really appreciate it. And thanks to everybody who's been making sales over at the shop at akaawol.com. That too is a great way to support the channel. I will be back here again next weekend and probably doing something different, I think. I think this will be done. So yeah, I'm not sure what we'll be working on, but it'll be fun, and there'll be hopefully a new secret word game. I gotta figure out what to use as a giveaway for that. So there are a lot of things to, I have no idea what's gonna happen, but yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Alright, so I'll see you guys next week, and as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.